So what we have here is a Honda VFR400R in reasonably good condition. Wheels are pretty good actually, I like that gold. As you can see, rear as well. There is quite a few bits that need doing to it. It's not starting at the moment. We've just hooked up a auxiliary battery to it and given it a go. So let's just see, you can see what's, there we go. No, doesn't want to go. So we're going to have to get a bit deeper into this and clean out the carbs. Now, we have got a few other things that we need to sort on this. I've already had to try and get the tail unit off. The lock wasn't working properly, this here. So I managed to undo the couple of bolts just on these clips, lift the front of the saddle, and then get in with a long rod to just disengage the clip that goes into the back here. And I've unbolted that for the moment so that I can put it back on, just to position it. So as I said, we've got jump start on it at the moment. It doesn't want to go. It's got old fuel in it, which, you know, isn't helping. But I suspect that it's been sat for so long that the carbs are gummed up. So we're going to need to dig into that and look at that. But generally, in pretty good condition. I think I'm going to have to get a new tail unit for it. We've got a little bit of damage on this, paint mainly. It's a fiberglass tail unit that's on it. So I kind of pulled a lot of this off already. And this in here, the paint, the black paint that they've put on this wasn't in good shape. So you can get these tail units as aftermarket parts. So I think I'll have a look around for one of those rather than trying to repair this, because we've already got other cracks going on down here. So there's some repair work to do to this. But yeah, might be able to get something back on those parts anyway. But we'll get some aftermarkets. You can get them in this colour scheme, which will perfectly match what's going on with the rest of it. The other fairings are all in good condition. I kind of had a good old look around them. As you can see, doesn't seem to be any big cracks in them. So really, it's a case of getting it going. All this looks in good condition as well. So it looks like it might have had new footrest hangers on it or something like that. I'm not sure. Forks all look good. No rust on those. And there's little bits of rust on a few nuts and bolts and things like that. But yeah, we'll take a look at those. Need some new grips and bar ends. They're mullered. Definitely needs a new front tyre. This is nearly down to its limit, and also we've got a slow in that as well. So we'll have a look and see if there's anything stuck in it. But the rear, I think, is even worse. Yeah, that's flatted. So loads of upright riding. Don't think anybody's been round a roundabout in this. So yeah, that's what we're going to be working on going forward. What I'm going to do first with this is get the panels off it, because I'm going to make some decisions as to whether it's savable or not. And that all depends on whether the engine runs, what it sounds like, because I've never heard this run. It's got half a tank of fuel in it from where it got brought into the country still. It didn't get drained. But I've got no idea what this sounds like. So it's kind of a 50-50. Do I strip it, sell it for parts, or do I save it and get it back on the road? At the moment, cosmetically, it's challenged, as I showed you before. But we'll get the panels off it and then get the carbs potentially off of it. That is, I don't think it'll be too difficult. But as soon as I've got to that point, then I think I'll make a decision. Right. Side panels are off, and they're in pretty good condition. A few little issues with the screws and bolts and things like that, but that's about it. Belly pan is out. This is a one-piece belly pan, fiberglass. This weighs a ton, but it's pretty solid. No real damage on that. Something might have been repaired in here by the look of it, and then sprayed over, but covered up. A little bit of damage there on that hole, but I think reusable. And now got the bolts out of the tyre unit. It should just be a case of lift it out. It is. Yes. So I didn't have to split that fully here. I need to check out what that seat lock is doing. It wasn't working earlier, so I had to get in under the seat to get the seat off. But yeah, and that's got a bit of damage here. It looks like it's been repaired here as well. There's some of these repairing clips. And if you can see that in there, somebody's already done some repairs on this. And a bit of damage down here around this. So yeah, a bit over here, as you can see. But this is plastic. Yeah, it is plastic. Whereas the front piece is fiberglass. So this might be an original piece. I'm not sure. That is empty. So probably just as well we didn't get this started. No coolant in it. So we need to flush that through because I can see that's full of crap. We've got, by the look of it, nothing in the brake cylinder. Okay, let's get the tank off. So it's already leaking from the tap, so we'll put this somewhere where it's kind of on its side away from that tap for the moment until I can get to look at that. Right, so what we've got going on here actually looks easier than I thought it was going to be. So carbs are reasonably easy accessible, it looks like, on the top here. Bearing in mind this is a V4, so we've got two sets within the V going in there, this set here and over the other side there. It does look a bit groggy in here, but let's pop the air filter cover off and have a look at what's inside there. Not too bad in there. Dirty, but not too bad. Okay. So Fair bit of plastic work to take off before we can get to the carbs. It doesn't look as though it's going to be too difficult. I've got a CB400 as well, and the frame runs over the carbs, and you've got very little space to try and wiggle them out. Different engine arrangement. I know this with the V4, they're sat in the V, but this looks as though this might be quite an easy job to get these out and get them cleaned up. So we'll pause there, because what I want to do, pause and taking it apart at least, is have a look around on what other things are going on in here and what we might have to spend on. I don't want this ending up being a money pit. At the moment, from what I can see, a lot of cleaning up to do. As you can see, kind of like tops of these cylinder heads need a good clean off, respray, things like that. Decent clean around this. That rear shock looks okay. Ah, no, it's been sprayed. Yeah, there's some spray work going on around here. So somebody sprayed this silver, I think, just to tart this up. Right, I just drained some of the fuel out, and this is what came out. Oh, pretty disgusting colour. I don't think that was ever going to start on that stuff. So one of the issues of why it wouldn't go, probably. But yeah, I still need to get the carbs cleaned out. But yeah, look at that. It's been in there a while. So what else have we got going on back here? Wiring looks as though somebody's been having a go at it. These are supposedly seat brackets that somebody's made as well. And they've been, quite sure what they've done with the heads of that. Oh, actually, they're bolts. Been bolted through the frame, and then the heads are ground off to give them space by the look of it. Some bodge job just to make some fixings for these brackets. So I'm going to have to cut a slot in that to get those out with a hefty screwdriver by the look of it, and work out what is supposed to hold the seat on. If we have a look inside, you can see in here it's pretty shitty. That's in my water bottle. That's bone dry in there, nice and brown and crusty. So that's a bit of an indication that the system is going to need a bit of a flush. What else have we got going on? Front end. Now it looks like they sprayed these yokes not particularly well as well. So if I'm going to go down the route of improving this, I need to get that off, get them stripped, polished up, polish up all these tops. So there's quite a lot of grunt work involved in this. Got a bit of rust on the bars just in there. And probably all the fluids I'll get changed anyway. The rest of it is quite solid. A few little problems with cables. Look, we've got some exposed wiring here. Whether or not somebody's been in there to hack into it for some reason, I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll check out the electrics and where the high-low works and things like that. If we can hook a battery up to it, it'd be good to see if any of that works, and then know what else I'm into. So for the moment, there we go. We've got the bodywork off. And yeah, not really sure where I'm going with this at the moment, whether it's worth it. Yeah, forks are all good on it. I'm still undecided on what I do with this. Yeah, I mean, I don't like all this paint. It's been done really badly. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Shall I carry on with it? Or shall I just strip it, part it out? Is anybody out there interested in something which is in this state, needs work? Let me know. Got any ideas on what I should do with it? I'd be interested to hear. All right, I'm not going to leave it there on this for the moment while I think about it. I'm also going to research some parts, seat unit. I'll put some links up and show you what some of the things that I'm going to be looking for as well into this video. Especially the seat unit. I need some carb kits as well, so I need to order those in. That's the first thing. See if we can get it running and see what the engine sounds like. But yeah, comments about what you think I should do with it, and please subscribe and watch out for more on this and some of the other machines. That's the XL125 over there that I've started on. Yeah, please subscribe. Help me out with getting more content to you. That'd be brilliant. Thank you.